vehicles for sale?
And bubbles.
The finest cuts, fresh from the wilds.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
Sometimes I miss the soul. You found it! Thank you. Here, my father had a favorite sword and shield technique. Teach it to you, in honor of his memory.
Wait, I know you.
Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside. I don't claim to be the best blacksmith in Whiterun. Yorland's Greymane's got and steel. All I ask is a fair chance.
I've been hunting and fishing in these parts for years.
Thank God. I was kidnapped. I managed to pick the lock and... Oh, they're at Mist. If you can stop them, you'll be a true hero.
What's the Jarl going to do about it? How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need.
Welcome to the moorside. Sure thing. It's yours for a day. Been talk of a little boy in Wind. People say there's someone in Riften that can change your face. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. See ya. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Yes?
If you've business with the Jarl, I do what I can to see that Idgrud's time isn't wasted, and that she only has to deal with important matters.
I've been looking for you. Ah, looks like that's it.
Do you like
Got to
magic?
go.
Valiant says I'm good at learning. I like learning about magic.
Oh, do come in. I hope I have what you need.
that for?
What could it mean? The return of the Dragonborn? Who among us knows?
Unless it's about the mill. I don't have time to talk. Too much to do.
Any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see them. thralls of yours are slower than Argonians in a blizzard.
Feel free to...
Alright, there we go. Here I've been yapping to myself, being like, wow, Birdie, what the fuck? Okay, that's interesting again. It's just been Skyrim noises until now. No, I completely forgot about that because it's been a while again. I forgot that OBS sometimes just decides to switch out the properties for microphones. Silence is deafening. You don't like the Skyrim ambient noise?
Weak-willed rabble. Even dead, they're almost useless.
Okay, they don't have a
They seem
third
less
one here.
intelligent each time you raise them, if that's even possible.
As long as they can swing a pickaxe where I tell
Fortunately,
them,
they do
they're
have a
smart
couple of
swingers.
corpses around.
You hear that?
Chill noises.
The others must have found something.
We'd better go see. These can
Fair,
tend to
fair.
themselves for a few minutes.
Okay, they should have headed off. Alright. Well, now I would need to remember what I was yapping about to myself now, but I can't remember, so we're gonna start all over again. Yeah, see, this guy's got the, like, smoke coming off of him. So they tried to raise them. Worcestershire. Yes. I was yapping about that as well. I was like, wow, Birdie's learning new words. But then the universe was like, you know what? You can talk to yourself today. Ooh, frostbite. Finally, I have ice magic. Oh my god, there's 50 million of them. Who's winning? Oh my god. The Draugr are winning. Where did my dog go? What the dog doing? Nah, I didn't make that. No, we were looting corpses. Birdie, you were literally here when we made up the rule that we can take spellbooks. I legit asked you, hey Birdie, what do you think? Should we allow looting of spellbooks? And I remember it because you said, oh, you're suffering enough. It's been a while. I'm trying to be gaslit by people who haven't even been here. I mean, to be fair, there hasn't been stuff to be here for a while, but still. Fake fans, I tell you. But yeah, spellbooks allowed. Other stuff, no. Okay, if I can get them one at a time, then I'm like semi-sure I can deal with them. Still scared of mages though. And this mage combines two of my greatest fears. Mages and women. Oh, now I've dealt with both at the same time. Oh my god, and that guy's... yeah, fuck that. Nope. Ow. Okay, I'm gonna... I think their Atronach ran out because I heard the like click. I'm gonna summon that and then go in myself. Okay, that's 2 down. Need to put Cosmo down. Is he measuring up, seeing if he could swallow you. Because I heard a story about something like that happening. To be fair, it was a much bigger snake in that case, but it was like the person who, like the owner, was like taking the snake to a vet because the snake was like acting weird, and then the vet was like, "Oh yeah, he's trying to measure it to see if he could eat you." Like, ah, lovely. Struck twice in me in 3 years. Yeah. He ain't too striky. Sizing up is a myth. Was I lied to? Was I lied to when I was, I think, 8 or 9 years old on the cruise ship to Sweden? That bastard lied to me? Son of a bitch. I guess he gets a little off the hook. He did let me touch a giant snake, so that was pretty cool of him, but kind of a bitch move to lie. But yeah, so I'm assuming he's been doing it more often now then. Getting a tad too aggro, I'm guessing. I was about to ask, why does this skeleton have a bow or an iron arrow? But then I realized that, yeah, skeletons in Skyrim. Cleaning up his enclosure, and I went to take him out and I saw his neck coil, so that was the only cue that made me narrowly miss his strike, and then he proceeded to bite the snake hook thrice. Are you sure he's just not in his like angst phase where it's like, damn it, mom, leave me alone. You don't know my pain. I mean, in the end, it is your call. Like, for sure, it's like one of those things where, like, repeated behavior might become worse in the future. Or it might just be a phase, who knows. With living things, it's kinda hard, you know. Lunged me again, so I had to push his head away with the snake hook, and then when I finally resolved him into the temporary box, I always put him in. Proceeds to lunge against the glass 2 more times before I covered the black fabric. Alright, he does sound very aggro. With them, I was worried. That is a bit weird, considering, you know, the past. Like, it's a bit odd to have like a very drastic switch in like habits, or I suppose like temperament in this situation. It's not usual that, you know, you just go from, you know what, you're fine, to like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck you up in, like, a very short amount of time. Shy calm dude, usually. Yeah. Bit of a difficulty with having pets. It would be so much easier, usually, if they could, you know, talk and tell you what's up. I didn't know he can make hissing sounds, and I've had him for like 3.5 years. Imagine it's just that he's learning now, and he's like, ah, hissing. This makes me feel aggressive. Maybe he's in his bad boy era. Have you thought about that? Ah, my ass. Okay, I can actually summon that far away. I'm gonna pull out my shield. Fucking ice magic. You are chilly. Oh really? I've been being blasted in the face by ice magic for a bit now. Ooh, another spell tome. Courage. Okay, well this is basically useless to me. Because I don't have followers. This guy, I mean, he wasn't even fleeing as usual, he just kind of called up and held his head up high. Is he growing a bit big for his bridges? You know more about snakes than I do, Birdie, but could it be like one of those things, you know, where it's like, you know how like some dog breeds have the thing where they like kind of test the owner to see if, you know, because, well, snakes don't have, or from, at least from what I've heard, and you know, what would be like common sense. I don't think snakes have that sort of like pack mentality that dogs have, for example, where they're like, you know what, if you're not strong enough to lead the pack, then they'll take over. Or at least some breeds. Maybe Cosmo's part dog. Getting defeated by Snakehook. He's trying to, you know, assert dominance. But then, unfortunately, Snakehook. Damn, the only kryptonite. I don't think I have anything to disenchant. No, I only know of drastic behavioral changes when they're either stressed, in pain, starved, sick, or whatever. I mean, they're solitary in nature. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because it's not like snakes go around in like packs and decide like, oh, you know what, you're the boss. What do we do, boss? That's not a very snaky thing. And I of course don't have cameras in your place, and I can't, you know, say for sure, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't keep Cosmo like stressed, in pain, starved, or sick. So it is a tad weird. What hit me for that much damage? Did I get hit by 2 skeleton archers at the same time, maybe? Kind of the only thing I could see doing that much damage so quickly. So I'll just let him chill for now. Haha. And if it keeps going, I might take him to a vet. I mean, that's probably the best option to, like, start with. Ow! Okay, let's not get too cocky just because they're skeletons. Yeah, well enough that it didn't manage to bite me. Good, good. Fighting is extra. You don't just get that. I'm sure it'll be okay. How do I get in there? I don't know if I can. I can probably, but I don't recall how. I honestly don't care that much. Care that much to figure out. Yeah, honestly, it could just be him having like a mood or something. You know, sometimes you just have those days where you're like, fuck you, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everything, and good day. Oh, you gave me food a couple days ago? Fuck you. You're trying to make me fat. I'll show you. Dang old battle axe. So now I'm gonna need whirlwind sprint again. Oh yeah, and it's the spiders next. Oh shit. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. You go first. Ow! How do these guys do so much damage? My heavy armor is not heavy armoring right now. Yeah, we're gonna take him out to check his breathing. He maybe got a respiratory infection because the heat will lower him lately, but it's kind of difficult with his temperament, and I mean, he does have his bad days too. Could be that he's going to shed. Still very unusual of him. Yeah. But it's like one of those things where like unusual behavior is unusual just because it doesn't repeat too often. Aha. Alright, spider chamber, I am in you. Unfortunately, because this place fucking sucks. Also, I'm gonna put Unrelenting Force back on right now so I don't forget and accidentally pop a whirlwind sprint right into the arms of a big spider. Okay, well that is not what I wanted to do. I wanted to spawn it up there so I could get the spiders. Okay, well that works in my favor a bit. I hope he calms the fuck down because it wasn't fun watching him like a hawk and guiding his neck away with my hook. Yeah. Did you too? That guy tried to use his friend's body as a projectile against me. Where's hiding? Son of a bitch. Ah, knew you'd get bored. Okay, well now I know. These are bad. Certified best friend behavior. True. Oop. Ow. Okay, so there's gonna be the big spider and a couple small spiders. Okay, so this one's not flame, but that one is. And that spider just walked into the flames. Ow! And spit at me. Okay, these... someone's gonna come through here and be like, you know what? This chick killed so many spiders, but to be frank, that's where spiders belong. Some people would be of a different opinion. Ow! I mean, personally, I don't mind spiders. Usually if I see a spider, I just know that as long as it does its part and kills flies and shit from like my house, it's okay. You can stay. That's kind of like your part of the rent. But if I have like flies and shit and spiders, then it's like you are not doing your job. Sir, you need to leave. Also, aren't you supposed to be a big spider? Am I missing something? Oh my god, I'm kinda unhappy. Well, yeah, I don't like being stared at while I'm doing my business, you know. Also, it's very awkward because, you know, when I'm staring at a spider and it's staring at me and I'm sitting on the toilet, which pair of eyes do I look into? Because I only have two. So I can keep eye contact with one pair. Which pair is it? Because it's got 4. Is it like bad etiquette if I look at the wrong one? And yeah, this is supposed to be a giant spider, but that was just a... Well, that was a big spider, but it wasn't a giant spider. Definitely not approached. So vary it. But doesn't that look a bit shifty? Like, you know, if someone's like for a second keeping eye contact, then they pull away the eye contact, then they look at you again, then they shift again, shift again, shift again, shift again, shift again, shift again. And aren't you just like, okay, either this guy has the like attention span of a toddler, or like something's wrong. There's something on my face. Just look at the butt then. Ah. Alright. Fair. I didn't realize that was the, like, meta plan nowadays. Don't wanna look at someone in the eyes? Look at them in the ass. I mean, eyes, ass. If you pronounce it in a specific way, it kinda sounds like, you know, the same thing. Alright, we made it. Hell yeah. Did we even use any of the health potions that we were like in such a rush to make before coming here? Because I'm pretty sure we didn't. In the ass though. Look them in the ass. I mean, at that point, if you can look in the ass, then I suppose you are probably already past the point of needing eye contact. I feel like that's already kind of like... You're quite deep in that moment. I feel like eye contact should have already been held. Have a point? Of course I do. I usually have a point. I don't just talk out of my ass, you know. Every single thought that crosses my mind has a profound reasoning to it. One could even say that I am like the modern day... I don't know. Take some, like, Greek philosopher and insert them here. Whoever you like best. But yeah, that's basically me. What is this thing? There's a mine there as well. there something bad here? I just wanna get the landmark. I don't wanna fight stuff, you know? I just wanna see what it is. Kienstag. Alright, that sounds like a place that I would rather not have my burial at. Burial? Burial. Did I want to go through Morthal, by the way? Just out of curiosity, because I'm kind of like straight going to that, but I'm pretty sure I might want to swing by Morthal first. Because I am drained, so resting would probably not be terrible. Before moving on, we do have a pretty long road ahead of us. 1, 2, 3 enemies already. Don't know what they are though. Okay, that sounds like a spider spitting. Yeah, spider. That spider do be spitting. Oh, also, Birdie, I need your opinion on something. I don't know if you've seen the game. It got released on Steam, I think, 2 days ago. I think it's called The Pale Mimic. I got like very strong, like kind of like the Long Dark vibes from it, just without like most of the survival elements. It looked interesting, so I was thinking of getting it because it's like, what, €8? Maybe playing on stream. Haven't heard of it. So it's basically, from what I've gathered, it's like you're a fugitive with a dog and you're kind of like trying to live off the grid. I assume because of something bad you've done. And there's like a creature in the woods with you.
Morthal used to be.
It seemed like it would be like one of those like more like suspenseful horror games, which is usually my type of deal, more so than like wah and then kind of like the Rake. Yeah, I suppose kind of like the Rake.
Hope I have what you need.
Maybe not like exactly like the Rake, but kind of like the Rake. Alright, let's go rest up and then head out. It's just that I'm like, I want to play more horror games, but so many horror games seem to lean on the...
But if you want a place dry to spend the night, I'll rent you a room.
Damn it. Lean on the whole like...
Running it
Haha,
in.
now we're loud in your face.
It's yours for...
Did you
I'll
get
show
scared? Well, then we got you.
Right this way.
I don't want that. I want the, like... Oh, what could be out there making that rustling noise? Ooh, it was an owl. Amnesia would be worth. I mean, that could be. I mean, I've never played any of the Amnesia games. Would maybe be quite the interesting one to go through for the first time. And I haven't like looked at basically anything Amnesia related, so it would be pretty blind. I guess I'll do one-handed.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
Buy you a drink?
They're good. I've heard so.
Not right now. Anything new?
Still the
You
same.
business with the yard.
Heard they're reforming
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
Dawn Guard.
I just feel like
Vampire hunters or
for like from like content perspective, it's kind of disgusting to say. I feel like horror games would be like pretty good for it, especially because I do enjoy horror games. It's just that I just need to like have those well, it's not correct to say correct type of horror games, because of course everyone has their own preferences and all that stuff. I don't probably need to even be saying this, but I just don't know if I'm going through like, holy spooters, missed me, because if I'm going through like a, well, how long would the average horror game be? Like a couple hours at least. If I'm going through that and then it's just, what's a good example? Also, my internet is crashing. It went to 0 at that point. Goddamn. Alright, well, I'll just keep on yapping and hope that it comes back. So, anyway. Because nothing interesting is happening anyway. We're just gonna make our way back to the Greybeards. Oh, well, back to Riverwood into Greybeards. Oh, yeah, I forgot the water's cold. Oh. I hear a bear. Which is pretty terrifying in this current situation. This current time and place, I am not prepared for bears. Okay, now it's 16,000. What the fuck? Okay, let me get back to the... Okay, it charged something. So long as it didn't charge me. But yeah, I was thinking about like a good example of what I'm... Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, every place is just bad. But like a semi-good example, I guess, would be... as much as I like it... Layers of Fear. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's a very good horror game. And I have my reasoning for it. Because as much as I like the, like, Jesus Christ, like the direction that they took with the game and all that stuff, there's the... It has a pretty major flaw in that Layers of Fear works based off a very, very simple loop. Walk down this hallway, get jump scared, get turned around, walk down that hallway, get jump scared, and then repeat that process until the game ends. That's fine for like a couple run-throughs, especially because it does have like different endings and stuff like that, but it's like it doesn't age very well. Especially because like in Layers of Fear they also make the mistake of the big bad that scares you never actually does anything to you. It just kinda exists. So then you kinda get into this habit of, oh, I just wanna get through this section quickly. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run towards the big bad. It's gonna scream at me. And then I'm gonna get sent to the next section. I'm gonna walk through that real quickly, get screamed at again, and then it's just that until the game ends. So in that way, it's very much like... I don't want to say not a good horror game. It does have the atmosphere, but the atmosphere kind of suffers once you actually get to see the big bad and you know, you realize that it never does anything to you. Why is there just a random horse? There's a random horse fighting a random bandit. Alright, you guys have at it. Like, I just want good atmosphere in the game. That I feel like would carry a horror game to like very far. Which is actually why I've been trying to like see if I could find my torch went out. See if I could find like good like Lovecraftian based horror games. Because you can have any opinion. Oh my god, why is every place I go to just absolute ass? But yeah, because you can like have whatever opinion you want on H.P. Lovecraft. Like the dude was kind of unhinged, but then got better later on. But for sure, some of his opinions have aged quite poorly. But oh my god, and there's just another one. What the fuck is this area and why am I here? I'm actually gonna die to a big cat. I'm gonna poison. I'm gonna fortify. I'm gonna fortify my health. And I'm gonna whoop this cat's furry ass. Why did I change into third person? Recently discovered below Rusted Gods. Does have those jump scares you described, but it also has a nice atmosphere, and I like that you can make decisions. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I don't like jump scares. Like, sure, the game can have jump scares, but it's just if the entire premise of a horror game is based on jump scares or loud sounds, then I feel like it's the same with like horror movies. It's like it's taking the easiest route you can, because it's like, of course you're gonna be startled by something suddenly screaming at you. That's human nature. If you hear a loud sound suddenly, it'll startle you. That's just kind of how we're built. I want the, like, you know, creepy atmosphere. You know, the type of atmosphere where you're like, do I wanna take another step? Also, I came to this side of the thing completely for no reason. Yeah, that's weak. Exactly. Like, make me scared, but make me scared because of, like, ooh, what could that be? Instead of, oh, look at this. Okay, so this is the thing. I have another example. This might be, like, a controversial opinion, because I know a lot of people like the, like, I don't know how you would say it, movie series, I suppose. Evil Dead is like one of those things where, because I went to watch Evil Dead Rise a couple years ago with a couple friends. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but it for sure suffers from the fact that the atmosphere is great at the start, but then the Deadites, it's a very, like, they've made the decision to make them that sort of, like, big bad. Oh my god, and there's another cat. Where it's like, how do I describe it without, like, rambling? They made them in a way where it's like, because they, from, at least from, like, the Evil Dead Rise, there is no way to, like, kill the Deadites. So, and because they know that, they kind of play into it of like, oh, we can kind of, like, fuck around. Because we can't be killed, so we have all the time in the world to torment these humans. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But, and this is also a thing, I'm pretty sure, of just Evil Dead as a franchise, which I personally don't like that much. The horror partly comes from, like, body horror. Not so much, like, atmospheric, like, ooh, scary. It's more, or like, you know, stuff like, oh, you don't know what's in those vents that's rumbling about. Maybe it's something bad, maybe it's not. it's more so just like, oh, look at this weird 4-person into one thing, chimera beast thing that's hunting you. It's more so that. And there is a audience for it because a lot of people love the Evil Dead movies, and there's nothing wrong with that. But personally, for me, like, body horror isn't that, like, scary, so to speak. I just find myself going like, ew. Like, yeah, I just saw a whole family of like 3 crawl up into each other and turn into this like amalgamation of 3 people. Like, yeah, that's fucking gross, but like, it's not like I'm looking at it and being like, ah, terrifying. It's like, ah, gross. But again, that's like, it's just one of those things. Like, I personally didn't find it that scary, but it's like, not scary, but I find it a bit, yeah, it's more so like, okay, the effects are cool, because that's something the Evil Dead movies do very well. Like, the like effects on the Deadites is like very pristine, and they have done a couple of like very cool like shots. Like, I can't remember what the movie was, but there's one Evil Dead movie where they're like in the cabin in the woods, and it's the, I remember this because it's etched into my mind because I was way too young watching that movie, and I happened to be passing because it was like, I don't know who was watching it. I think my family just had it on and they were just like sitting on the couch and like absently like looking at it. But it was, there's that scene where it's like one of the, I don't think it's one of the main characters, maybe it is one of the main characters. Anyway, the one of the like characters who we like follow, I guess is the best way to put it, she's like running through the woods and there's like cursed roots going after her, and they do that thing where the like camera, like, this is very, very Evil Dead, by the way, where they have the camera like being the roots, like it's going, like it's very quickly like moving through like past trees and like slithering along the ground, and like, you know, it's very cool how they do it. They do the same thing in Evil Dead Rise, but it's with like a drone camera. Both effects are very cool, but it's like, it's basically then the roots catch up to the woman, they tie her up, and they basically like do bad things to her, which I can't mention here because then Twitch is gonna like do bad things to my channel or something. You can probably guess what they do, but yeah, and that is very much etched into my mind because I just saw it way too young. But that's, again, like looking back at it now with like with older eyes, you could say, it's like, it's a very cool way that they like show the threat, because they don't actually like, you know, show it until she's like being tied up and held like in the air by the roots. You're just like, okay, what is happening? Because you go into the scene from the camera point of view of something going along the ground like this and just dodging like rocks and trees and shit. So that is very cool. But then bad things happen, and then you are way too young to see it, and you remember it for the rest of your life because you're like, what the fuck? And then you're like, if I go into the forest, is that gonna happen to me? But yeah, I have not had any bad experiences with forests, fortunately. But yeah, can say, Evil Dead movies are not for kids. Don't watch it. But yeah, I can for sure like see why people like the movies. They do have a lot of stuff good with them, but it's like, I don't know if it's partly because like the movies don't take themselves too seriously. Because that's kind of the premise. Like the Deadites are like the most unserious villains in like horror movies from that I've seen. Because they are like, most of the time they are just fucking around. They're like, haha, now you see me, now you don't. And then they're playing peekaboo or something. My parents also let me watch horror movies as a kid. I had hallucinations from horror game figures up until I was like 11. See, I never had any of that, and my folks were like pretty good with like gauging like what I would be okay with. It's actually funny because I don't recall any horror movie really fucking me up that badly. But I remember I was watching Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban with my sisters, and there's this scene where I think it's Lupin turns into a werewolf, and I remember I caught like a very quick glimpse of it, and then my sister like covered my eyes so I could only hear like the audio. So, and I feel like that was actually worse because as a child, of course, your like imagination fills in the gaps so much better than it would as an adult. So hearing like the werewolf noises, awoo, and like the transformation noises, I feel like without seeing the actual werewolf, because then I went back like a couple years later and I actually watched the scene on like YouTube or something, and I realized that the like mental image I had as a child was way different from what Lupin actually looked like as a werewolf. Because then I went and watched the scene and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, because Lupin's werewolf form is not scary. It's like the lankiest werewolf ever. Like, it looks like its feet would break under its own weight. That is not scary. So yeah, that was like one of those things where I was like, holy shit. Because that scene, without seeing it and only hearing it, fucked me up for a couple of years. Being like, oh my god, that was so scary. Because that is like one of the things that I actually had nightmares about as a kid was werewolves. I don't know why. It was just, it just somehow like struck me to the core. Rip Lupin. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's funny how like I feel like if I was allowed to just watch the scene and see how stupid the werewolf looked, I feel like I wouldn't have had nearly as many like nightmares about werewolves as I did just hearing the like audio. Or maybe I would have, who knows. But it was funny like looking back at it and being like, what the fuck is this? This anorexic bitch is what I've been afraid of.
I'd be a lot warmer and a lot happier with a belly full of meat.
Right, the walk back to Riverwood went pretty quickly, just talking about random nonsense. Also, Wilhelmine, thank you for following. I hope you enjoy your stay. Man, I'm 24 minutes late. I didn't even hear the audio cue go through. I'm gonna have to check that, because it didn't work last time either.
Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left.
Need a room?
Make yourself
Nobody
at
trusts
home.
those mage. We've got something of a love triangle here in
A
Riverwood.
love triangle?
Faendal and Sven, both vying for
I
number
love
affections.
triangles. Me neither. It's so... I don't know if it's Streamlabs or if it's OBS that's fucking up, but it's
So you're the
it's annoying.
Dragonborn I've been hearing.
I have to
think you're
check.
looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Talk to Delphine. Fuck yourself. Actually, I should talk to her since we're here. Might as well get the Lycaon's Grove mission going at the same time.
Food, drink too. I cook.
Might as well while
Ain't
we're here.
much else to tell.
But yeah, I was so deep in my Evil Dead conversation that I just didn't even check my notifications.
Close the door.
Close the door. Why couldn't you do it?
Now we can
You're the one who walked in last. Seems kind of rude. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like horror games would be fun to go through with, like, on stream, you know? I gotta find some horror co-op games, and then I gotta get McGee to play them with me.
I hope they're right. Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless good. The whole point of being in hiding is to appear to be someone you're not. I didn't go. I am not your enemy. Like I said, I'm part of a group. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure. I knew the Greybeards would. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here. We remember you're the only. Can you do it? Can you divide? Good. And you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons are. They weren't gone. Now something's happening to bring them back to life. And I figured out where the next. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. Kynes Grove. There's an ancient dragon. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute, and I'll be ready.
Alright, well, you go over there. I'm gonna go talk to some old guys.
Let's get on the road to Kynes Grove.
I don't have a torch anymore, by the way, because I lost the one I had. Well, that's a bit sad. Well, whatever. Surely I won't need it. Not that, this one. And then after that, we're gonna head back to Markarth because I wanna get the Agent of Dibella power. Also, I yapped so much about Evil Dead Rise that now my throat hurts. It doesn't hurt, but I'm like parched. Can you stop going away? Thank you. Also, since we activated Dawn Guard, I'm just waiting to be ambushed by werewolves. Werewolves? Vampires. Oh my god, the Harry Potter scene is coming back with a vengeance as well. That came for your throat. No! Not my throat. That's the money maker right there. How am I supposed to earn the big Twitch bucks if I can't use my sultry tones? Everybody knows that no one's here for the gameplay, everyone's here for the questionable ASMR. Next thing you know, I'm gonna be buying one of those ear-shaped microphones. Never really did get the point. Why is it shaped like an ear? It's just so you can get into it really well, like thinking you're whispering into someone's ear. Alright. Alright, is that like a sign that there's vampires going to be on this road? Or like, what the fuck? I think I've seen that like twice in the game. Alright. Well, surely nothing bad happens on this road. Rudely toot toot. No, hell no. To the bats or the ASMR? Because fair to both. Oh fuck, except that there's a fucking Forsworn Briarheart at the end of that. End of the Agent of Dibella quest. Damn it. I'm gonna deal with that guy. Or gal. Usually they're gals. The ASMR? What, you don't think I could do ASMR, Birdie? What if that's where the big bucks are? Have the people respawned or are they still dead? I'd be very happy if they're still, like, you know, down under. God, no. Wow! Birdie, you can't say that. That don't sound that bad. Wait, this is crab stew, not crab leg stew. Where's the crab leg thing? I knew there was something like that. No, it's been this. No, that's hot. Huh. I thought it was the legs that I need to use. Something's off here. I can feel it. I gotta find a torch somewhere on the way. I'll show you. I'll become the greatest ASMRist Finland has ever seen. Then you'll be sorry for not believing in my potential. I can already see the YouTube videos I could make. Finnish man calls you about your car's extended warranty. And fucking dies. Get away from me, you skooma addicted cat. Alright. Some of these roads are gonna probably start having like bears soonish. That's not good for me. Godzilla got high blood pressure from that. Why is Godzilla looking at my shit? I mean, I respect it, like, respect to the OGs, but like... Why is Godzilla here? Also, I realized I only used Foos during that last mission. I have a row, just didn't announce it. Zilla had a stroke and fucking died. Rough. Also, this is one of the things I can run by you as well, Birdie. I was talking with a coworker one day, and we were wondering, why is it more socially acceptable to meow at someone than it is to bark at someone? Because we were trying to figure that out, because like, if someone comes up to you and they're like, meow, like, you're gonna be a bit weirded out, but it's not like you're gonna be like, ew, most likely. But if someone comes up to you and he's like, woof, you're immediately like in a very different headspace. So why is that? What is the difference between a meow and a woof? Meowing is considered cute, I guess. Okay, but are dogs not cute? Does it, instead of a woof, does it have to be like an arf or something like that for it to be like considered cute? Though I suppose it also probably depends very heavily on who's doing the meowing or the barking. Because I feel like... Hello, Arya. Because I feel like if it's someone my age who's meowing at me, I'll be like, okay, cool. But then if it's like a 50-year-old coworker, then it's probably more of a like, what are you doing with your life? What's this new mod? This is Fiery Birdie. She's been here since... what's it been, Birdie? Like 2 weeks? Somewhere along those lines? She's a new hire. I'm using today's stream to kind of like show her the ropes, you know? Can I really not go over this? But then we were also thinking about... Definitely not 4 years. Definitely not. But yeah, I was thinking about the fact that like... Because I feel like meow and woof are also not like in the like same space. Because meow is kind of softer than a woof. Because a wolf is kind of aggressive, you know? Like wolf is kind of like, I'm gonna come over there and show you the business. Hero months, these are VIP badge then? What, am I handing out VIP badges like candy? Look at Birdie, she doesn't have a VIP badge. Most likely because of, you know, mods can't have those, but still. Alright, can I grab a torch from somewhere here, please? I mean, surely, there's a tomb here. Surely a tomb would have a torch. I just want something burning when I'm going up the mountain. No, I thought that was a torch. But yeah, do be careful, Arya, because Birdie's still quite new to the job, so can be a bit trigger happy. Should this gate not be closed, if I'm not misremembering? Oh, wait, never mind, it's this gate. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. I just wanna... What sort of tomb is this that you don't have torches? Useless. Also, I'm not going further in because that guy is actually pretty strong. I'm pretty sure we almost got killed by him in another life. In training. This is the training arc. But if this is the training arc, then I'm pretty sure next, if we're going by the like canon like arc progression, if this is the training arc, then next is the tournament arc. So I'm gonna need to get more mods to pit up against you. Wait, do I have other mods? I think McGee is a mod. Oh, fuck. Okay, that cave probably doesn't have torches in it. Do I just... I mean, I don't need a torch. I just would be happier with a torch. Also, one badge. I'll think about it. Now, if you're thinking like a police officer's badge, I can't formulate those.
Damn bears are driving me crazy.
Oh yeah, you're the bear woman.
Those bears are making this timber so angry. Hope we can do something about it.
Why don't you do something about it? Why do I have to kill bears? Alright, whatever. Let's just walk up to the old guys so we can get the last word. Yeah, speaking of McGee, he's gonna be back in Europe in like a couple of days, so I'm gonna have to see if he wants to play. Is Phasmophobia gonna be back on the menu, boys? Could be, could be. Okay, what am I hoping to avoid? Ice wolves. Trolls? Ice wraiths? I guess is kind of like the worst one. Goats are fine. Kind of the goats. Raijus? Is that like Phasmophobia? Sounds like a ghost type in that. The only real issue with playing Phasmo with McGee is the fact that I just always find myself by myself because the first... Like, okay, so... Let me ask you guys this. What the fuck is the point in asking the ghost to say something on the radio if when it says something McGee screams so loud that I can't hear what it's saying? Although at the same time, that's not a very long issue, because then the next moment I'll find myself by myself in the locked up house because McGee has run back to the RV faster than the game should allow. Although at the same time, it is very immersive. Speaking of ghosts as well. Okay, this is great. Now I'm going on tangent after tangent. This is how we fill the dead air. Alright, so I was thinking about... Because I was thinking about like stuff I could do with like my older brother as well. And we both enjoy like ghost hunting shows on YouTube, even though we both are very much in agreement and most of them are Most likely completely staged bullshit. But they're like entertaining. So I was thinking, at some point I want to kind of like look up some like haunted, in parentheses, haunted places in Finland. And I feel like it would be pretty fun to like go visit those. Do a bit of a ghost hunt of our own, you know. And then we'll get cursed, we'll bring the ghosts back to our homes. Everything goes to shit. They break all my IKEA plates. I get mad. You know, stuff like that. Where's the frost troll, by the way? Because it's usually there, even on the second pass through. So I'm kind of scared that it's ahead. This has been a very quiet walk up. I don't know if that's good. Scary. Yeah, I don't know how much you guys have like watched, like YouTube has a ton of like ghost hunting shows. I gotta tell you, like, half of them just go way too wild with the stuff. Like, oh yeah, sure, you're using like a spirit box, and within 5 minutes of being at the location, you got the ghost to tell you that it's gonna kill you. Yeah, that for sure happened. But at the same time, it's like, okay, it's entertainment. If you went with just, you know, what actually happens, then it's gonna be a lot of nothing. Which actually does. Okay, this is a great tangent into another tangent. What do you guys think? Do you guys actually believe in ghosts? I don't think I've ever asked this, which is kind of interesting because, Birdie, we've known each other for like 4 years at this point, and I haven't asked you about ghosts. What's your thoughts? Ghosts, ghouls, werewolves, vampires,
You've retrieved the horn of Jorgen Wimk.
vampiros?
Well done. You have now passed all the trials.
Oh, thank you.
Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally.
Oh yeah, the old guys are gonna yell at me. How lovely. But who the fuck are you?
You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push.
Surprising that this monastery is warm. I feel like being up on a mountain. This place doesn't look like it has a lot of like good insulation. In my opinion, of course. But my opinion is the correct one, so it doesn't really matter that much. Alright, I'm gonna go refill my drink. You guys get yelled at by old men in my stead. Thank you. I'll be right back.
Prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the graybeards. But you are ready. Indra, Rossi, Saran, Strundul, North Ibaran, Go, Ran, now. tasted the voice
You
of
have
the
this
graybeards.
hunk of a man in front of you and you're thinking about some other dude.
Hrothgar is open to you.
Fools!
Yay! Skyrim, awesome. Yes, Skyrim is quite great. It's currently AFK. Am I? I'm here! Is this... What's that movie where the guy doesn't realize that he's dead, but he's like walking around? There's this now? Ignore Birdie. We've been trying to work on that, like, you know, illusion, but sometimes still slips back into like thinking that I'm not here. What was my plan for the next step? Oh yeah, Markarth. We have this, so now we're gonna go save the little girl so we can do more damage to men. Hell yeah. This is my... what's the word? Misandrist? I'm perfectly fine. Yeah, yes, of course you are, of course you are. Nothing wrong here. But yeah, sorry, Vilemin, I didn't realize you followed because my sound notifications aren't working, it seems. Made a shirt out of pants today. Yeah, completely normal. Could someone call the guys, you know, the ones, please? Just for Birdie's own safety. Birdie, it's fine. It's not you, it's us. Make sure that pants wall. Birdie can make anything happen. This doesn't look like the good way to go. Or is it? Oh my god, I'm so gonna die. Oh! This would be the most anticlimactic way to kill myself in game. I'll have you know. Ooh. This would also be a very inopportune place to have like a dragon appear. Surely not. I don't think this was the usual place I come down from. I don't recall it being so scary last time. Well, we made it. Let's just not get cocky here. I had like old leggings that were way too big, so I got a hole in the groin area and stitched the sides a bit because it felt a bit odd, but now I have a t-shirt. Nice. Cut open the groin. Now it's the place where you place your head. Anything can be a shirt if you want it enough. Right, let's wondering if I want to walk to Markarth. It's gonna take a bit, but we'd have a bit of time to grab ingredients and stuff like that. I think I'll swing by Whiterun, see if I can't get rid of some of my heavier stuff, and then... How much gold do I have? 558. Okay, never mind. I was like, can I buy the house already? And then I realized that no, I'm poor. I was gonna paint a design on it using bleach, but I kind of destroyed all brushes on the sculpture I painted with nail polish. Was it washed? Yeah, I wasn't saying it's unwashed. I'm the washed one here. for 7 years, something like that. God damn it. I'm gonna need to do something about this overweight being stuff. Actually, I have a funny story about bleach and design. So, when I was still living with my parents, I accidentally... You aren't washed, Mr. Streamer? See, Birdie? Why are you never like this? Friendship with Birdie ended. Min is now my new best friend. But yeah, I had this thing like... Because we of course had like, you know, dirty clothes go here. Clean clothes are in the washing machine. They get folded, GG, stuff like that. But yeah, so we had like a couple of like... Well, my mom had clothes like next to the washing machine. And I didn't realize, but I knocked over like a bottle of bleach that like, I guess slowly like seeped out. Because the cork wasn't like fully on it. And it made like a pretty cool design onto her like shorts, I think it was. It was like black shorts or something. And it had this like swirl pattern on it. And we were talking about it and we were like, yeah, that... we probably couldn't make that happen like if we wanted to, but on accident, sure. No, sewing machine is so cursed that I can't work on my cosplay. I figured I'd upcycle some old stuff. So what's up with the... So you can make pants into a shirt, but you can't work on the cosplay? Have you considered that your machine is being a bitch? Last time I bullied you, my friend was banned indefinitely. Yeah, but in my defense, you two, when you put you and Beetle together, you become insufferable. And that is an honest to God fact. You apply to art school? No, what if I get rejected? Then I'm gonna have to do some evil things. And I'm not ready to take that step. I don't need resist poison. Probably. And the needle's now, but it fell out again after 3 stitches. Are you sure you're putting the needle in correctly?
Rather pale. Could be ataxia. It's quite a problem back home in Cyrodiil.
And also, in my defense, I only banned Beetle after he already unfollowed and all that from me. So obviously he didn't want to come back anyway. Politics are attractive? Brother, ew. And I guess Twitch is kind of getting more and more into like the political side though. I don't know if that's a good thing though. You knew how much I've been struggling with this machine. Is it, do you have like a rough estimate on like, is it like one of the higher end machines or one of the worst ones? Like an unfriendly individual? I wouldn't call Beetle unfriendly. In the same way that I wouldn't call Birdie unfriendly. It's more so of like, how do I say? It's like not knowing when to quit, more so. Is how I would call it. The first one was higher and the second lower. Because I've been talking with my mom because I've been thinking about getting a sewing machine, and she's been like very much adamant about not getting any of the lower end machines because they're like, in her words, I'm going to lose my mind with it. So I'm guessing you have one of the, yeah, maybe a bit of a lower end ones. But at the same time, it is like one of those things where it's like a combination of many things. Like Beetle is on the swing and I just push him higher. Yeah. And I understand that, but it's like, you know, especially on like the days where you're like excited to stream and you're like making time out of your day to be like, you know what, today I feel like playing this video game I like, and then immediately when you turn on stream and then then you just get flamed by 2 people, it's just like, okay. My bad influence, Beetle. Now it's like, I don't know if you guys have the like saying that we have. We have a saying that's like, wait, I've been talking English so much now that I have to think about how it goes in Finnish. It's like, how do I roughly translate it? It's like, in a group dumbness, like, how would you say it? Man, I don't know English. In a group, dumbness like flourishes or something like that. Something of that sort. Because it's way easier to like, you know... Because I know this, because whenever I, for example, play games with like McGee or any of my like friends, for sure it like brings out stuff from you that you might not say, for example, by yourself. You can also see this by if... Okay, here's a good example. So, you know how like teens usually hang around in like certain places, right? And then those teens might like, if you walk past them, they might like yell something at you like, oh, hey, where you going? But then you know for a fact that if they weren't in a group, they wouldn't be yelling at you, you know? It's just that in a group setting, it's easier to say things that you might not say if you were by yourself. Is how I see it. Oh, I had the poison. Damn it. We're too tightly knitted for that. He already realized himself so. Tightly knitted. Yeah. But I do also understand that banning him may have been a bit of an overreach. But at the same time, I just haven't, you know, haven't gotten around to unbanning him. Plus, at the same time, as I said, he did unfollow me and everything, so I was assuming he did not wish to come back. Fugitive? I'm a bit busy here. I'm being fucked by skeletons. Okay, this was some bullshit. I'm being slowed down. Is what it is, man. Yeah. It's in the... Where did I get this? Oh yeah, this guy handed it to me. That's why I'm slow. That fucker. To be frank, he felt guilty as hell. I mean, that already makes it way better, in my opinion. Can you fuck off? I'm gonna die because people are trying to talk to me. There we go. Whoa.
Stole from me.
Whoa. He enjoyed it. Ah, that's not a spell book, but I'm pretty sure that's a skill book. I mean, I don't mind the banter that, like, just talk about your car's extended warranty. Goddamn. It's just that, you know, it's from my experience, you know, banter is really hard to do if it's two people bantering against one person. Because there's a fine line between banter and then just taking it too far, you know? And the line is easy to cross when you have someone who you can like bounce the banter off of. That's not the person that you're bantering with, you know? Kids on bicycle throwing chestnuts at me. Yeah, but again, see, I swear to Christ, I am 100% sure that those kids would not be throwing chestnuts at you if it was just one of the kids, you know? Oh my god, giants. Like, there is no way that just some random kid would be like, wait, have we not been to Markarth on this playthrough? Oh shit, we died. Oh yeah. Oh, I completely forgot about that. That was the last character. Whoops. Oh, yeah. Let's let's head over to Markarth. But yeah, it's just that, and I'm sure we've all gone through that thing where it's like you're like hanging out with your friends. They maybe dare you to do something something that you wouldn't maybe do if you were just by yourself, and then you're like, yeah. Heavily banter with streamers, at least if you're in friends. Well, it kind of depends. It's just, in my opinion, it's so, like, because it can get overwhelming if you have, like, more than one person bantering with you. Because it's like, if there's gotta be a balance in things. Also, if it's, like, all banter, then it's kind of like, okay, are you bantering, or do you just want to make me feel bad? Those are like very... There's a fine line, again. It's like... Okay, I think the main point you can take away from this is the fact that like human relations are super difficult. Especially when one person is speaking and another person is typing. Because getting like the tone of voice used is pretty hard to like differentiate from text. Because like if someone is like, oh fuck you, then it's very different than if someone is like, nah, fuck you. You know? How dynamic already if one knows the other for years and the other is new to that group, I suppose. Yeah. There's a lot of stuff like to think about. But then again, it's like, do you wanna like... Because it's like, there's a lot of things to think about, but then should you have to be thinking about everything? Trusting? I guess in a way. But it's like, it's also one of those things, because I for sure want to believe that... Or like my first like thought, or at least what I try to. For example, if someone comes into stream and, well, what's a good example? Birdie, remember that one guy who was like, "Oh, what's your avatar supposed to be?" And then I was like, "Oh yeah, it's a penguin." And then they were like, "That looks nothing like a penguin." Like in a situation like that, I would always want to wish that the messages like intention isn't to be rude or like argumentative, but at the same time it is like one of those things where some people just go into streams and want to start an argument, which I personally don't understand. But again, I don't need to. Some people just wanna fight everyone and everything on everything. But then it's like, it's also one of those things because like, if you have someone, okay, so some people, for example, if they're like with someone, with a friend of theirs, they might change how they act like slightly. So if you're used to like someone by themselves and they change when there's someone else there, then it's also a bit jarring because you're like, oh, I'm used to a very different version. Or like a slightly different version. Some people are bored, too bored. Yeah, I mean, I can, like... I can see the, like, line where you can kind of tiptoe around it. Like, because I watch a lot of, like, League streamers, for example. And a lot of people in those streams are just... There's a slight mistake made, and everyone just jumps on that mistake. That I don't really understand that much, because it's like... Usually the person who is playing and made the mistake is already like bummed out. Why wouldn't they be? They're already playing League of Legends. Usually you're kind of bummed out doing that already. And then there's like... I don't even like understand, because there's usually like, okay, if it's a like larger streamer, let's say they have like 500 viewers. 500 people telling you that you suck is kind of rough. League of Legends, I know that fandom is awful. In League of Warzone, basically. But it's like, at the same time, as a streamer, I've also noticed that you can do whatever you do. You can make the best play, you can make the worst play, you can do the best thing, you can do the worst thing, you can do charity, you can do anything. There's always gonna be someone who is like, nah, that guy's not a good guy though. Because at the end of the day, this is a saying that I heard a long time ago, and I feel like has always, in my experience, held true. You can't satisfy everyone, but you can make everyone super angry. And it's just a fact. No matter how nice you are, no matter how you behave, no matter how you go about your life, no matter what you do in life, there's always gonna be someone who is just against you because you are you. It's not because of the things you do, it's not because of the way you act, it's not because of the things you say, it's just because you are you. You being you is enough for someone to be like, you know what, fuck you. And that's fine. We don't gotta like everyone in our lives. We just have to be able to get along enough that we don't kill each other, for example. Because we are in... we live in a society.
I'm on my way to Windhelm to join up with the Stormcloaks.
And people tend to never point out good play. Yeah, of course, that's just the... It's just expected that you do the good play. And if you don't, then you're trash. And point out the good, but the bad... That's also one of the things, because... It's... I think it's a studied fact that the human psyche remembers negative things way more than it does positive things. As an example, I was working in a cafe a very long time ago. Do I remember all the like nice customers who didn't make a fob up or have any issues? Not that much. I just remember that they came into the shop, they got their coffee, they got their baked good. They sat down, had their coffee, ate, said thank you on the way out, and left. Okay, cool. Do I remember the people who were like, I'm never stepping foot in this place again, you guys are complete garbage, you should do better. Hell yeah, those guys I do remember. But it's so weird, because why does the human mind cling to like negatives more than the positives?
I'd be grateful, but I wouldn't go there if I were you. There's a whole
Alright, I'm not gonna clear that out because there's a Forsworn over there, like a Briarheart, and I'm scared. I mean, that's why humans all like spicy chilies. I think the chili was supposed to burn your mouth and feel bad, yet humans stuck by it. Yeah, I mean, like... Because the thing that burns in like chili and stuff is capsaicin, I think the stuff is called. Something along those lines. And if I'm not completely wrong, it's like it was in plants to... as a evolutionary trait so that the plant wouldn't get eaten. And of course animals would go like, ugh, that burns. I don't want that. But then here comes some hairless ape that eats that plant is like, you know, that's actually quite good. So in a way, it's funny to think that an evolutionary trait gets turned into, hey, that's pretty good. Like, what the fuck? Mammals crush up the seeds so the plant won't spread, but birds swallow the seeds whole so capsaicin hurts mammals, but birds aren't affected. Fair. Hey, butter.
There are no forsworn here.
Yay, I saved someone. But yeah, it's so weird.
Gods.
But it's just one of those things where it's just like,
Did you see what happened?
I don't know, someone did it sometime, so it just spread. But then,
So sorry.
it's also...
Oh, I think you dropped this. Some kind of
It's also one of those things where, like...
He tried to kill Margaret.
For example, in like... What was the story that my brother told me? It's like, for example, in like Mexico, they use a lot of spices because the food had to at some point be like stuff that would survive long enough and stuff that could go bad sometimes, so they covered up all of that with like just spice. Spice bird feeds so squirrels and rats won't touch it. Oh.
This is the... Here, take a look at this. Got a witch hunter in town. Degane the beggar got
Alright,
himself kicked
that's
out.
exactly what I want. I want to
If
go
I can't get you
big
something,
with
I'm
Degane.
Sure thing.
Degane.
It's yours for a day. I'll show you
Alright.
to your room. Right this way.
Speak to Degane. I will, after I've had a tiny little nap. But yeah, it is super interesting, like stuff like that, where it's just like, okay, someone can handle it, and then it just spreads. Didn't spread to me though. I don't like spicy food. Interesting fact. I'm hoping that it is a fact and my brother just didn't lie to my face. I wouldn't put it past him. You know how brothers can be. Not always the most reliable source of information.
Let me know if there's anything else here.
Were you standing here the whole time I was sleeping? What the fuck? Kind of a grim tale you're telling.
They don't like us talking to people.
Alright, let me eat something so we're not hungry, and then... Not this one, not that one, this one. Oh, he's back there. Oh.
Why can't the men in this city leave me alone?
Has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
God damn. That's some leg strength you have there.
Alms. I said alms.
Not, but they've got a treasure. Well, let's not put it. Not. You'll be helping out an old beggar. And the divine smile.
Chili oil, sambal, oelek, sriracha, and chili flakes in my pantry. Spice fears me. Yeah.
We'll handle things.
I have black pepper.
No.
That's enough. I put a bit of black pepper on my eggs in the morning. That's enough kick for me, man. Certified Bethesda moment. They're trying their best. Come on. Todd Howard was doing his best with Skyrim. Then they kind of fell over with what was the newest Bethesda game? The space one? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking this hard. For some reason, I only have Star Citizen on my mind, but that's a different disappointment completely. What the fuck was the game? Something Space Bethesda. Starfield. Yeah, that thing. Like, Starfield was kind of... Well, we don't talk about it. I think that tells you enough about it. Black pepper is good. Use on salads. I mean, black pepper is like the, it's kind of like the goat. You can kind of put it on anything. I also, sometimes with fish, you can use like lemon pepper, I think is, with some fish, better. In my opinion, but that's again like very much like
I even have a little
personal
potion for
taste.
the steward. Thank you. Now, you let me know if you
Why make that when No Man's Sky already exists? That is true. I'm still very happy that No Man's Sky is like thriving now. The launch was quite rough. But it is good to see that the company actually like stuck their heads down and just actually delivered. Even though, you know, half the shit they were talking about before it got released was just complete lies.
Here to see the Jarl.
Who are you to approach the Jarl of Marston? Very well. You may approach the
I
board.
don't want to talk to the Jarl. I have your stamina potion.
Yes.
400 gold. Launch of Cyberpunk levels up rough. That's what I was gonna talk about next, because Cyberpunk also went through the exact same thing of like rough on launch, and now people are saying like, oh, it's like the best RPG ever. Speaking of, we're gonna have to get to that as well at some point, but it's like the issue with trying to fit like massive games like that into like a streaming schedule is the fact that I'm gonna have to like stream 2 months of just that to get through it, and I don't want to rush it, you know. All right, let's sneak into. Okay, remember, gotta look at the floor in this place because every single statue just
The sisters are
is
convening with Debella.
a part of the free the nipple movement.
You'll have to come back another time.
Okay, I will. Thank you. Sneak around her. She don't need to know. To my brother when GTA 6 comes out. Fuck! Do you have a key? Why are you sliding around like that? Speaking of GTA 6, have you guys seen the new leaks? I think they leaked like gameplay, stuff like that. Map, I think. I swear there's a key here somewhere. Am I misremembering completely? Is it on the check? Bethesda's not doing well today. I mean, I feel like for Bethesda, it is like Elder Scrolls 6 either bangs or they're dead. 57%.
Temple of Debella is closed. You can receive your blessing.
How am I supposed to steal that? That's so rough. And I'm pretty sure there should be a key somewhere. We got in there at some other point. Is it in a basket or something? Damn it. Maybe in the broom bucket? If I was a key, where would I be? In the pool? No. I suppose Lady whips him. I think Todd will deliver. I'm hopeful. But at the same time, it has been such a long time that honestly, I feel like Skyrim is just so in my blood nowadays that even if the... What was that? I saw something pop up. Was it sit? Stone chair? It probably was. I'd be in someone's pants? What? Wait, what? Have I missed some context here? There has to be a key somewhere. Surely you have like a spare key.
Yes.
Yeah, key. Cabbage. Yeah, sometimes I would like cabbage, but right now I would like a key. Ah, fuck it. I'll just hope to get it off her.
I'm sorry.
Okay, it's 30 if she's looking at me. Alright.
You can receive your blessing if you wish, but the other sisters are in seclusion.
Did they announce Elder Scrolls 6 like 8 years ago? Somewhere along those lines. I got it! Haha! Also, I'm allowing that because, you know, it's a quest item in a way. Bending a bit, but oh my god. This place is really bad. Okay, and these guys are having their own little rituals. So I'm not like 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure Dibella is like the divine of like debauchery or something.
What are you doing in here?
Ah, well shit,
Stay
we got
where
caught.
you are. The mother will deal with you.
Told you in someone's pants. Ah, that's what you meant. If you were a key. Oh yeah, because I asked that. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm like brain damaged. You have to forgive me. I'll kill you all before I let you keep me here. Okay, maybe we'll like calm it down a bit.
Here she is.
Here she is. Okay, maybe I don't need to sneak around.
And just what do you think you're doing?
Why does a priest have a battle axe? I'm tempted to make a Discord mod joke with how you avoid these statues. Bro, I can't look at them. Twitch is gonna smite me. I was curious about the temple.
Unfortunately for you, we don't allow the uninitiated into the inner sanctum.
Ah.
You have committed a breach and must pay the penalty.
What is the penalty?
Normally, a period of servitude. Luckily for you, there are more pressing matters. The ceremony you so rudely... I don't suffice to say, through the protocol...
Yeah. Go find a little girl. Bring her here.
Young Sybil. We believe the... Now move quickly. The girl
Also, it would be funny as fuck if this quest was like, oh yeah, if you're a woman character, they send you on a quest. If you're a male, they just kill you. That would be pretty funny. Famous last words. I mean, at the same time, I'm pretty sure it's kind of a bit because like I'm pretty sure Twitch is okay with stuff like nudity in games if it's like not the main focus, you know? I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure. I don't know if I want to test that theory out, but pretty sure. Alright, let's go save a little girl. We do be a hero like that. Let's also be pretty careful, because this is one of the quests where we did die at one point, so...
This is Markarth, traveler. Safest city in the Reach.
Also the only city in the Reach. I guess Rorikstead is here, but I think that's more of a town than a city. Because, for example, I don't think anyone got banned on Twitch from playing Cyberpunk 2077, because in the customization screen you can have like penis 1 or penis 2, and I don't recall hearing anyone get banned from, you know, having the genitalia on screen for a moment. Yeah. You can choose a different penis if you want to. Shit's wild. Why am I so heavy? Current weapon is already poisoned. Well, shit. What for? Well, you gotta have customization. Baldur's Gate 3 character customization even crazier? Might be. I mean, you can have sex with a bear in that game. Surely the customization option should be there as well. I just started thinking, because, okay, you guys remember in at least a couple older games and probably like newer games as well, there's like the thing where you can like map out your own face onto like a player model. I wonder how, because I was thinking about like Cyberpunk with the like, oh, you can choose what sort of penis you have. Is that gonna be the next step in like gaming? Is that the next mapping technology? You just have a full body scan? Ah, yes. I wish to roleplay as myself. Because there was something similar in like Rust at some point. There was like something about, because in Rust there's also just dingalings everywhere if you don't have clothes on. At least at some point there was. I haven't looked at Rust in like years by this point. But it was like your like junk size was tied to your Steam ID, I think. So then I remember seeing a couple of videos, people being like, for the first time when they went into Rust, being like, oh yeah, please let me be hung. And then they got sad. I think I'll stick to manual customization. Fair. I mean, honestly, with how people are going nowadays, I wouldn't even be surprised if someone tells me that they mapped out their entire body onto something. People are giving AI full photos of themselves and shit like that, like... Rust had its downfall when they removed the mutated animals. Huh. I didn't realize they took away those. I feel like a lot of people think that Rust kind of lost its edge in the moment where they started going like quite heavy on the like PvP aspects. At least from what I've heard of people. Of course, I'm not like the biggest Rust player. Never was. Never really got into it. But from people who I've heard from, who have played it extensively, they say that it's like going a bit too like Fortnite, I guess would be the best way to say it. Like everything is just min-maxed for PvP.
Come along, no more stops. We need to find our way to Solitude.
You guys have fun. Oh, it was 2014. God damn. That was 12 years ago. What the fuck? Oh my lord. Guys, we're old. Wait, how old is Rust? The PvE aspect? I mean, I've always liked PvE aspects more in like survival games.
But I'd keep your sword arm ready if things get ugly.
Like, when I played DayZ more,
The mine is helping
I was always more so about like PvE than PvP.
This is more than the Silverbloods are paying us. We'll clear out.
I'm one of the few native sons. That won't be the last. Thank you.
Okay, so I used 157 and I got 600 back.
Right, then.
Welcome back to Chill's course on investing. Now, what you need to do is have 157 gold coins at the ready. Don't have it? too bad. You're too broke for this course.
Oh my.
I'm looking for a young girl who lives around here. Oh my god. Don't start like that. Ah, yeah, what are you doing here? I'm looking for a little girl.
You're not from here.
Why?
We don't need to be talking.
2013. God
Damn it, woman.
damn.
Are you trying to taunt us? Our daughter, Theotra, was taken from you. It was the Forsworn from Broken Tower. She... Really? Thank you, friend.
Alright, so now we gotta take this guy with us and hopefully try to keep him alive. Which usually is quite difficult. Because he for some reason just loves to toss himself into danger. Okay, what are the chances? There's no way the Forsworn Briarheart one-taps me. I have Ancestor's Wrath, I have every single elemental resistance I can imagine as potions. I have magic resistance on top of that. I have Dunmer Blood, which gives me 50% fire resistance. Surely we don't die here. I believe. Mission can't be too bad, right? Famous last words. Hey Birdie, remember? Last time we were on this mission, that knife bitch killed me from 70% HP. Fun times! Mm-hmm. Oh my god, and there's Almor here? Why? I can use these guys. Hehehehe. Not play more Skyrim again once it's properly autumn. You should. It's a good game. What HP? 70%! She pulled me into a death or like kill cam animation from 70% HP! With an iron dagger. If that happens again, I am ending stream. Not even a question about it. Okay, let's trigger these guys so these guys will fight those guys and then I don't have to do anything. Is that legal? Hell no. I felt violated. Okay, go. Go, my fellow elves. Jesus Christ, why are you shooting at me? Todd like that? Yeah, Todd likes everything that screws me over. Okay, those guys took care of it really quickly. Wait! Can I... We found the Courage spellbook earlier, didn't we? It's... Do you get courageous?
Take on all of Skyrim.
Oh my god, we can actually use this! Enmon, you're gonna make it. What the fuck? There's someone here! Okay, I think we dodged someone. Hair idea? And no. But do tell, do tell. Are we thinking... striped? Perhaps matte black? With a bit of electric blue underneath? I don't have Fury or anything, do I? No. Alright, well. I'm gonna buff you.
Take on all of Skyrim.
And then I'm gonna do this. Can I buff this? Can I buff my wolf? Oh no, the magic. Well, sugar. Go in, Mon. You're the man in man. Okay, Jesus Christ. Did you have something against that woman? Okay, familiar resisted courage. Alright, so I can't buff my wolf. Dye the upper half lime green and lower half dark purple. Okay. Sounds interesting. Oh my god, she has a dagger. Ha! Stabbed in the back. Upper half lime green, lower half dark purple. I'm trying to picture how that looks, but my brain like can't conjure an image. Oh, the buff went away. Okay, I'm actually... This is actually huge. Enmon, you're like semi-healthy still. And I can buff you. Even more. And now I know I don't need to waste it on the familiar, because the familiar doesn't get anything from it. And I think there's traps here. What a backstabber you are. And that's what they know me for. That's my nickname at work. The backstabber. Jesus Christ. Okay. These wolves ain't loyal. DM you the reverse. Enmon, you fucking idiot! Are you serious? Do you realize how hard I tried to keep you alive, and then you walk into a trap and just kill yourself? Honestly, like... The first person to set up, like, psychological services in Skyrim is going to make it rich. Get fucked, idiot. Died like Enmon. She also got flung like far. God damn, that's like a solid 6 or 7 meters. Oh my god, and I did on accident. Fuck! Fucking 6, 7. Man, I was really hoping that Enmon would survive this time. He never does. So there's a mod for that? Someone surely made it. Skyrim psychological help. Alright, alright. Well, Enmon decided that he did not wish to live any longer. I'm wondering if I should just take a nap here. If I can be your mod any longer. Is this how we part ways? It's been an honor, Bird. Let Cosmo take my place. I don't know, from what you told me, he's gonna be a bit too aggressive and everyone's gonna get scared by him lunging at people. Can we work on the lunging before we do the exchange? Okay, where does this go? I can't remember the layout. Which someone could say is a bit worrying, considering it isn't even that long. Well, actually it is. It has been a bit since we did this last time. Also, why am I sneaking? I'm wearing heavy armor. Full body lunges too. Oh my god. That's what the rumbling was earlier. It was the rocks falling, of course. I thought my sword going past that woman's skull was just so strong. Keeps the viewers obedient. Huh. True. We do like obedience here. Oh my god. I see where the rocks fell from. Okay, I do think I'm going in the right direction at least. Okay, someone heard me.
I knew it.
You did? Get jumped, idiot! Oh my god. I still feel like it's kind of bullshit that they can just protect from my shouting with a ward. Like a third of flour bag being thrown at you. I mean, if I wasn't... Holy shit, put your skirt down, woman. If I wasn't ready for it, I feel like that would actually knock me on my ass. Like, who throws a flour bag? Alright, let's prepare. So I don't have Enmon anymore. Unfortunately. But I do have both Ancestor's Wrath and Unrelenting Force. That should be enough. Try to kill you in other ways with that skirt. Try to take away my income, because everyone knows that I only get paid from streaming. I have no other means of getting money. Please subscribe, donate if you can. We're trying to live out. Just start guilt tripping everyone. Just immediately someone new comes in. Hello, hello, give me money. If you're enjoying your stay here, please give me money. Alright. But do I want to start with Unrelenting Force or Ancestor's Wrath? I feel like Unrelenting Force. Because he's not gonna know that we're here immediately. Alright, do I chuck potions immediately or after going in? I feel like after going in. Okay, let's do this. Okay, he's moving.
Fools!
Fucking blocked it! What the fuck? That's not that bullshit. Okay, resist fire, resist frost, resist magic, heavy armor, fortify health, poison my sword. Bar that needs to be filled on screen. And then put on Ancestor's Wrath. And in we go. Die. Hey. That worked. Nice. Okay, I'm gonna allow the key again. I feel like keys are kind of... because I don't have that many lockpicks. Okay, you stay there for a moment. I'm gonna look around. Shrine of Dibella. Hey, it is Dibella. I thought that was Malakath for a moment, but... in the end, he wasn't. There's a big chest. Nothing I can take though. That's kind of sad. Okay, that actually went super well. I may have been a bit over-prepared even. I don't think I needed all the like resist frost and resist magic stuff.
Then it's true what they said. I'm taught. I've heard stories, but I never.
Touched by the gods is a wild way to go about it.
Please lead on.
Alright, well, let's go back. Come along, child.
Ah! Dead body!
Oh, yeah, true. We did kind of come through here and cause a bit of a ruckus, one could say. Oh my god, how many of you did I leave alive? Sounds sus. Like, this is a very young child. What is this? Greek mythology? Seems like something Zeus would do. Fucking Zeus. Ah, you go through that area really quickly. Child? You're so merciful? I don't know. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf, you know. I'm good now. I am everything that I wasn't before. And this child better keep up, because I am not waiting. Is that a goat or a horse? I hear, like, clopping. Was it the goat? Not 100% sure, but it didn't sound large enough to be... Or, like, it sounded larger than a goat. Okay, we're still in combat, or at least it sounds like it, but... Needlessly epic music strong. Yeah, exactly, like... Is it because the child's following me? Is this like the... You know, the... Unstoppable snail question, but with a child instead? There's a child always following you. If it touches you, you die. You can't do anything about the child. How do you survive? I feel like the snail would be easier. Yeah, finished game. No, but actually, that the snail question does bring to mind. Like, okay, let's say it starts where you are. So if it spawns in Finland, if I fly over the Atlantic, how long does the snail take to get over the Atlantic? To like the States, for example. Like if I fly there, it takes... How long does the... Oh, Jesus Christ! Where did you come from? Holy shit, I got scared by a mud crab. Where did the child go? Ah, there you are. You didn't see anything, okay. Ah, but do I want the standing stone? Because that is the stone that gives, like, better for everything. Oh my god, there's two of you? Pour a circle of salt around it. But it's an unstoppable snail. It's like a super snail. Because I've never actually flown in a plane. I don't know how long a trip from EU to the States would take. I'm just losing it. You gotta teach him young. I don't know. Let's say it's like 12 hours, okay? So 12 hours for me. How long does it take for a snail? I take one step in a second. That same amount of space takes the snail like 5 minutes, maybe? Kinda depending. Like 8 hours, alright? So 8 hours to cover the Atlantic. That's a pretty big distance. How long does it take for the snail to glide along the ocean floor? Snails aren't too quick. I think it'll take at least like a day to even get to like out of the city. And since it's an unstoppable snail, I'm pretty sure it's also gonna be like moving at all times. You're actually spot on with 12 if you were to go to New York City. Hey, I'm good at something. What are you shooting at? What the hell? Alright. This child has seen so much murder in these last 5 minutes.
Favor a steel sword, do you? Good choice for slashing oyster.
12 hours 5 minutes to 13 hours 5 minutes for most flights. Huh. I mean, I kind of pulled it out of my ass, but
Got to keep my eyes open. Damn dragons could swoop down at any time.
not bad. What do you do for 12 hours on a friendly fire? It's actually not friendly fire because I'm pretty sure the Reach is in Imperial control and that was a Stormcloak courier, so they are taking out an enemy courier. So I suppose no, it is how war goes. Rough. I don't know why he was trying to... I don't know. He's just trying to study math. I was actually super good at math at in school. Math always kind of clicked for me, which was pretty nice considering that math... I still feel like in school, math is like one of those subjects where like if you get it, it's so easy. But if you don't get it and you have a shit teacher, you are just so stuck. Alright, I'm gonna leave you with this old woman, alright? Be nice. Don't worry about your parents. At least your dad died. He didn't want to take care of you anymore, so he killed himself. But yeah, have a nice life. Now I'm gonna go get me a boost. Lord help me when it came to math. For me, it was usually my mom who helped me, but... Wait, now she's here. Year 8, I was lost. Fair. Trigonometry was always kind of like my annoyance. Not because I didn't get it, mostly because all the homework we got from that era was like, it took so long to just do because there were so many steps. So then that was just kind of annoying. So we got Agent of Dibella. You do more combat damage to the opposite sex.
It's so good to
Hashtag kill all men. I can say that, I'm a man. Alright, don't jump up my ass with it. Analysis was traumatic. I don't know. I sometimes think about like if I should go into like maybe like a data analyst or something like that. I feel like it would be a pretty interesting job to have.
Come on in. The Silverblood Inn has plenty
It
of
would be
strong
cool.
drink and clean rooms. This is the
Slaying girl? No,
Sure,
no slaying girls,
it's
slaying
yours,
men.
I'll show you to your room. Right
Okay,
this way.
1,300. I'm actually pretty okay on money as well now. Still 4k off buying a house, so that's kind of sad. The economy without looting is pretty trash, not gonna lie.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
You also just, again, stood here and watched me sleep. You old weirdo. Slay girl. Alright, that's better. So we got Fusroda and we got the Agent of Dibella thing. I think this is probably the best place we have to end for today. We did do quite a bit of stuff after all. Nice. Next time, I'm not even sure what I'm gonna do. Who knows. I'll figure that out at that point. But yeah, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy days to be here. always fun to have people chatting. Thank you, Birdie, for making me realize that I was muted. 3 hours would have been a long time to be talking to only myself. Yeah. I don't know. That's kinda it. Next stream is probably... honestly, maybe Friday. Tomorrow I probably won't have that time, because I get off work at 6, then I go gym, then I come home, then I eat, then I shower, then I... yeah, probably Friday, okay, actually, this is one of the things that's also, like, disrupting my stream schedule. So, I watch the European League of Legends, like, tournament. And usually that goes, or like at least the last couple of splits have been Saturday, Sunday, Monday. But now they've changed the system to be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So that's 4 days when I don't actually have time to stream because I want to watch those games. Yeah. Friday I'm busy. Because I might be as well. Honestly, maybe like Saturday from like... somewhere from like 3 to 6, maybe? Somewhere along those lines, maybe? I don't know. Whenever it is, hope to see you guys then. And, yeah. Without further ado, see you guys next time. Whenever that is, and whatever day it happens to be. Peace and all that. No, fuck, I couldn't click off the screen. Now it's anticlimactic because I've been yapping and everything, and I haven't even pressed the stop button. All professionalism lost. But yeah.